Hi, thanks for checking out my video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, like and share if you like it and want to share it. My name's Seth, and today I'm going to be talking about having a Aquarius personality. That's the Aquarius Sun, the Aquarius Moon, and the Aquarius Ascendant. So, per usual, I put a link somewhere up here and down below to let you know what a personality is and what the personality placements mean and all that good stuff if you don't understand what I'm doing. Now let's start off with the Aquarius Ascendant. With an Aquarius Ascendant, it's very much a defense mechanism. Your whole approach to life is a defense mechanism. You almost feel as if you're easily overwhelmed on one hand, but then on the other, you feel so many steps ahead. But I think it's the idea that you have to approach life being the entrepreneur, being the almost not middle management, but just right above middle management, and where you're like, you're still a manager, you're still a boss, but life will not let you be the boss. It's almost like you've hit a glass ceiling where it's just like, I don't understand why I can't just utilize this power I feel I have. And throughout life, especially just growing up, you have to realize that that people just aren't going to let you be the boss, and you're going to have to try to project your personality and project your will onto others in a way in which they will not react harshly, and that means a lot of trial and error. That means a lot of bad reactions, especially being a teenager, being in your 20s. Like really, you really catch your stride in your 30s, but your awkward phase never really stops from puberty all the way up until you're like 30. You have to figure out what your personality is. You have to figure out how to get people to react certain ways to you, how to get people to accept your ideas and accept your ideals. And it's not so much getting them to accept you accept you, but it's getting people to react the way that you want them to react, and getting to have the freedom and the power that you feel is owed to you. So it can very much be this awkwardness where you're trying to figure out what is it that exactly is going on right now. How is it that I'm fitting into life right now? In every situation that I'm put in, how can I utilize who I am to the best of my ability? And how is it that people are reacting to me all these different ways, and I'm not really sure what to do about it, or how to play my cards right, or what to do. I'm never really sure what to do. And the growth that's necessary is for you to mature. Having signs that are on the southern side of the chart, the southern hemisphere, like from Libra beyond, on your ascendant, it's really about maturing a lot. Being a 40-year-old by the time you're 30, like there's a lot of trials and a lot of tribulation and a lot of growing to do in a very short amount of time. And that means there's a drive for you to grow up, and everyone in your immediate environment expects you to grow up and to be an adult or have adult reactions when you're clearly not an adult. And there's a lot for you to have to figure out about yourself. There's a lot for you to have to figure out about life, especially when it's Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn. Those, especially those last three. It's a lot of pressure for you to grow up very quickly, and for you to be an adult but not be boring, and to be fun but not be reckless. And there's a lot for you to have to balance out and figure out in a very small amount of time. So that is a very clear distinction of an Aquarius ascendant, is that pressure to be an adult and to learn how to fit in but not compromise who you are, because you learn very quickly that fitting in is important because you need the power of community to get what you want done. You also hit your head against walls a lot because you want to do things by yourself, and then you always realize that you cannot do it by yourself. You're very communicative. It's very easy for you to go and make friends, and or at least not, and maybe not even friends, but acquaintances, to just move around and get to know people, and to talk to people, and to get people to talk back to you, and to have dialogue. You realize that, but you're just never really sure how to utilize it. You're never really sure if you can trust it. You're never really sure what to do with it. And that comes with experience. That comes with a lot of experience you're going to need to gain very quickly. But there's more of a drive for you to connect with people. comparative to Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Moon, and which actually might sound a little backwards, but it's really not. When it's on your ascendant, it's very much that you're looking to have your ideas met by others, challenged by others, explored through others, and vocalized a lot more, because it's right here, it's right on your face. You want to see what happens when you throw something out. You want to watch an experiment through fruition. Comparative to like an Aquarius Sun or Aquarius Moon, where you want to be the experimenter, you want to be the scientist, you want to sit there and watch everything happen, have everything explode in your face alone, and then when you have that finished product, you bring it out to the world. With an Aquarius Ascendant, not so much. They want to watch it explode in someone else's face. They want to see what happens when they throw it out into public and watch chaos ensue. And that's kind of a key difference there. Now let's talk about the Aquarius Sun. Aquarius Sun, it actually becomes a bit more sensitive. Aquarius becomes a bit more sensitive as it moves into deeper and deeper levels. The Ascendant is more of a topical side of the energy. The Sun is a more of an interpersonal sort of side of the energy, and the Moon is the very personal side of that energy. Now we've gotten a little bit more sensitive. We've gotten a little more personal, a little more interpersonal with Aquarius sitting here on the Sun. Now what that means is that there's a bigger pride factor, where pride is becoming a serious factor. You have the Sun here, and you have the Aquarius feeling as if they have something to prove. Where on the Ascendant, it was not so much they had something to prove, but like they liked the idea of being someone, and they don't like being belittled. No one does, but it really can piss off an Aquarius Ascendant a lot more than others. With the Aquarius Sun, they don't like it so much that they expect it, and that they want to eliminate all reason and all ways for someone to belittle them. Like, you cannot belittle me because I am this big person. I've showed you I was this big person from day one. So the nerve of you now you are an idiot, because I showed you from the beginning that you cannot belittle me, yet here we are and you're trying. That's very Aquarius Sun compared to Aquarius Moon or Ascendant. That's very much Aquarius Sun. I've been doing this since day one. I'm the realest motherfucker around. Like, that's Aquarius Sun. And once you challenge that, or once you have anything to say that goes against that, to that Aquarius Sun, you are now an idiot, because I've been doing this since day one, and clearly you didn't catch on. Clearly there's something you're not getting here. And that idea of pride can come out and become very arrogant and become very hard for people to align with. Aquarius Sun people, especially when it comes to Aquarian energy, Aquarius Sun, Aquarian Mars, Aquarius Mercury, more of the, even though Mercury can switch between both, more of the masculine sides of Aquarius, they kind of contribute a lot more to that negative interpretation of Aquarius that people get, that they're arrogant, that they talk over you, that they don't hear anyone else, that they kind of just spew out their ideas and that's all that matters, or they think winning an argument is to just keep talking. That's more masculine expressions of Aquarius, and the Sun kind of exemplifies that. But there are a lot of positive sides to that as well, because when you're dealing with the masculine side of that energy, you're dealing with the side of the energy that's making it available. They're making it themselves available to the world to be utilized. And when an Aquarius Sun goes out there and says what they feel and projects their will into the world, that they're creating a tool for other people to use when they put information out there. And that's really what they're about, is that information. And that's really what they pride themselves on, being a holder of information, being a holder, someone who acquires a lot of very useful information, and they want to be utilized as a tool. Aquarius is not that far from Capricorn. It's just the fact that they understand themselves as the CEO. But because they understand themselves as the CEO, and the fact that they are not Capricorn, they don't feel that that means they rule over you. They feel as if they are the biggest tool for you to utilize. I'm the CEO of your company. Come ask me your questions. Come ask me if you need a raise. Come ask me if you need help. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help keep your life running smoothly. I am the boss for a reason, because I am the most helpful, most well-equipped to get things done. It's not so much an ego thing like Leo, where it's just I'm the best. With Aquarius, it's very much utilize me. I am here for a reason. Don't waste me. I'm the most important tool in your life right now. So keep me in the loop. Keep me around. Prove to me that you're a smart person who knows what to do when they have what do you call it, a Swiss Army knife in their pocket? Are you going to use it, or are you just going to keep picking up random things, sticks and twigs, when you have a Swiss Army knife in your pocket? Like that sort of thing, that sort of ego. And it can just go awry when people don't understand that Aquarius is trying to make themselves useful. And it's not so much that they think they're better than you because, like, you know, you're nothing. It's just that I think I'm better than you because you could be using me when you're going against me. We could be doing something together when you're sitting here telling me I'm wrong when I know I'm not. And again, they can be wrong, and that can be annoying, and that can contribute to a lot of the negative stereotypes of Aquarius. But understand where they're coming from, and you can understand how to communicate with them better. Understand where they're coming from. Understand that they're really trying to be helpful, even though it's more about them, and they're trying to make it about them. It's because they want to be used. They want to be looked at a certain way. They want you to utilize them and their ideas and their knowledge. It's not so much they want to put you down. It's just like, use me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why aren't you using me? That's really what they're yelling at you when Aquarius is yelling at you. And that gets mixed into what they want. And what they want is to be a part of a community, and it's not so much like I want to belong, and it's not, again, it's not that emotional, it's not that egoistic like a Leo would be. I just want to be liked. That's not what Aquarius wants. Aquarius doesn't want to go into a community to be liked. Aquarius wants to go into a community so they can be used, so they can go in there and provide something for everyone around them. They have communication and they talk to people so they can say, come ask me if you want any help, and I want to be able to do the same for you. Let's have a community like thing where we can all support each other. Let's create a safety net within these relationships. Let's make this all useful. Let's make this all something that moves us all forward in one direction. They want to create a business like scenario. Capricorn does as well, and you can see a lot of what Aquarius does naturally and what Capricorn tries to do. Aquarius comes into this world perfecting that. Like, they come in and they create these communities that can sustain itself, and they create these business-like scenarios, and these are my acquaintances, and these are my friends, and these are the people in between, and this is my family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they create these things for a reason. How much can I help you, and how much are you going to help me, and how can we exchange and support each other? That's really what they're about. And love comes into play. They are emotional. They're human beings, just like everyone else, even though they seem a little alien. But let's move into the moon as we talk about that. Now, with the Aquarius moon, you find really that the proof that they are humans, and that it's loving, and that love comes into play, and the emotions come into play, and it's the idea that not only am I here to try to be useful, and am I here to make sure that you can utilize me, I want to be able to utilize you and appreciate you, and appreciation. And the more you appreciate me, and the more I appreciate you, and the more that we help each other live our lives the way that we want to live them, the more I can allow myself to love you, and allow myself to be sensitive around you, and tell you what I feel on top of what I think, and to provide for you things that you didn't have to ask me for first, and give you things I know that you want, even though you might not need it. Aquarius moon really has no problem giving you things that you want. They will make themselves available for whatever it is that you need, but they have no problem giving you what you want. And that can be tricky in itself, because they can become enablers, where they'll say one thing, they say you need to get your shit together, but if they know that you like alcohol and you have a problem, and it's like, all right, they'll tell you, don't drink so much, you're doing too much. Like, they will keep letting you know what you need to know, letting you know what you need to hear. But when your birthday comes around, they'll get you your favorite bottle of wine. They'll get you these things that they know that, like, maybe you don't need it, but I know they really want it. That's kind of like, there's nothing else you can call that besides like love, even though it can translate in a very negative way when you're looking at alcoholism, but it can translate in a very positive way in the fact that they accept you for who you are, and that they have no problem giving you what you want, but hopefully you will also come to me for what you need, sort of thing. It's the very next step to unconditional love. There's a reason why it's Aquarius then Pisces. Aquarius is the key that unlocks unconditional anything. And Aquarius moon is how you can really see that, where they will really accept you flaws and all, as long as there's that basis for us to exchange necessities and to utilize me the best way I feel I can be utilized as this Aquarius person, Aquarius moon, sun, ascendant. But Aquarius moon really is that you can really see it and write it down and understand it and track it, how unconditional their acceptance of you is, and how that can translate into Pisces later on, especially with Aquarius moon, that idea that emotions are becoming a part of it. Now, also, you find that they are kind of the people that can really convince you that Aquarius is evil, or convince you that Aquarius is disconnected from their emotions. Because it's the idea that Aquarius, and this does count for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Ascendant as well, but Aquarius Moon really, it's the idea that they're they can disconnect from your emotions, they can disconnect from all these different situations, but the key for Aquarius Moon is that they need to learn to disconnect from themselves. Let go of your own ideas of the world. Let go of your own interpretations of reality. You need to learn to detach from yourself. You are so good at detaching from everything and everyone else, but you can never detach from yourself fully enough to live in someone else's shoes for a while, to go into the scenario and be completely blank of expectations. That's what they need to learn. That's the pride that holds them back from becoming this evolved human being that they like to pretend that they are. And it's the thing that when someone challenges them, and someone is mentally there enough to challenge them and be a real challenge to that Aquarius, why it fucks with them so much, and why it can really breed very, very strong, very harsh reactions from that Aquarius, especially Aquarius Moon, how they react to those things and how they turn to lying and deception and to self-sabotage to be able to get ahead. The fact that when you are an Aquarius Moon, and you have the most sensitive aspect of Aquarius energy, it's that lesson of what makes you turn to lowballing, what makes you turn to exposing your weaknesses by becoming a liar, becoming a cheater, becoming someone who needs to manipulate to get ahead instead of being honest and the realest motherfucker around like you want to be. How can you examine your own insecurities, examine what's going on with you, detach from yourself and look at yourself from the outside in truly to get the answers that you're craving constantly? You're so good at detaching from everyone else. Why can't you do it for yourself? Why can't you detach from yourself? Why can't you let your ego go completely and do that? And that's a lesson that Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Ascendant, Aquarius anywhere needs to learn. But the Aquarius Moon is the one that you need to watch to figure out how to do it. And that's an Aquarius personality. Let's talk about Aquarius personality and different things, I guess. Let's say you have Aquarius Ascendant, Earth, Sun, and Fire Moon. This personality, it's going to be someone who actually enjoys teaching. They enjoy teaching. They enjoy being someone who leads by example. They enjoy being able to give a lesson in everything that they do and say. They enjoy being able to give a lot, but not necessarily having everyone know that they're doing it. They like to put on mask and masquerade as if they're doing something stupid, but if you dissect everything that you see, it actually is something very deep and very planned out and very enlightening and inspiring. But if you just take it at face value, it's most likely just entertaining. But there's always something there. There's something cryptic. There's always something ingrained and encoded in everything that they do. But it just may seem funny. It just may seem entertaining. It just may seem like something goofy, where they just kind of give you things, or they do something, or they can separate themselves and make you feel as if there's not something going on here. We're not communicating on any other deeper level than just this communication, yet you're picking up so much more. And that's because their ascendant wants them to detach. Their ascendant doesn't want them to leave a paper trail to anything that they feel and that they believe, because their moon is in fire, where there's a lot that they feel and there's a lot that they believe, but they don't want to have to deal with the repercussions of their emotions. So they don't want to leave a paper trail. So once that moon energy gets filtered through the ascendant, that Aquarius ascendant, they need to encode messages, not put everything out there at face value. Now with that sun, with them wanting to teach people, and with their moon saying, I want to teach people in a fun way, I don't want to drag them down or make them feel hindered in any way, they can really sit down and figure out intricate ways of doing so. They can figure out very productive, intricate, worthwhile ways that will work to enlighten people and to get people to understand these things. But again, that sun energy needs to be filtered through the ascendant as well, as they express what it is that they feel and believe. And again, the encoding becomes a necessity, encoding into what they think and what they feel, and these tactics that they developed become overly complicated, and you need to be the type of person that can simplify what they do, because what they're doing is very, very simple at its core, but they will just overcomplicate it through expression. And when you look at them at their core, they're a very, very good person, and they're always out to do very good things, because their sun is always going towards, what can I do to improve the world? What can I do to improve myself and help myself be an improvement to the world? And then you have their moon saying, I want to have fun and I want to get other people to join me. I want to get other people to express in a certain way. I want to have an environment, and a general environment, where there is happiness happening, when there is positive energy happening. That's what they want in their general environment. You have their sun saying, I want to help people, and then you have their ascendant saying, I want to be useful, but I just don't want them to know that's what I'm trying to do, but I want to be a useful person. I want you to be able to rely on me. That is just the main function of a very good person who has a lot of good in everything that they do, but they're just not going to be upfront about it. Everything is encoded in these random things that they do. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching till the end. Be sure to find me on Facebook or Twitter if you want to have a dialogue with me. I'm not very good at keeping up at YouTube comments. You can keep throwing them up there, but you're way better off. Hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter. Also, make sure that you like this video if you like it, and share this video if you feel like other people need to see it. That's what you do, right? And subscribe, because you never know if I'll be talking about you next. Thanks for watching.